They say a pioneer is someone who sees a path, while others see a wall. Someone who builds when there was nothing. At Sacred Heart University, that isn't just a mascot. It's a heartbeat. It's the heartbeat of competition, the roar of the crowd, the drive to move forward. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Pioneer Experience. Hi, I'm Sean Napani, and this is Sacred Heart University. To understand where we're going, you're going to have to see where we started. In 1963, Bishop Walter W. Curtis established this university with a radical idea, a Catholic school led by the lay people, not the clergy. By 1990, we officially became a university. That's when the pioneer identity really took flight. We opened our doors to a small amount of students in a single building, known as the original building on Park Ave. We weren't just a local secret anymore. We started expanding, not just in size, but in vision. Back then, we had no dorms. We were just a small community college with a big dream. Fast forward to 2016. That was a massive turning point. We acquired the GE World Headquarters building, now known as our West Campus. That 66-acre expansion changed everything. It turned us into a hub for technology, innovation, and hospitality. Pioneer your own path. Now, let's hear a few words from our own Sacred Heart pioneers.
My name is James Chandrowski.
Gleb Syomachov,
Rodney, Sumo,
Ryan Hattrick,
Brandon Moore,
Christian Forville,
Ryan Shaker,
Michael Morrison, and
I was
a Sacred Heart student.
And I was really nervous coming in, but I instantly made a lot of really fast friends. The upperclassmen were super welcoming, and it was a really great community to join. And it ended up being like one of my favorite experiences here at SHU.
Everyone is just so happy to just be hanging out with each other, all in that one space. Everyone's playing games with each other, just laying down, hanging out. And I'm like, wow, everyone is like glad to be here right now.
I can tell it's a community. I could see people like interacting with each other, hanging out, having a good time. One thing I remember, the solar eclipse, everyone was out in the upper quad, like all together looking up. So that was cool.
Being a pioneer has prepared me for what's ahead by, surrounding me with like-minded people, by giving me access to resources and opportunities and competitions to compete. And I think that's very beneficial in the entrepreneurial world that I want to go into.
Being a pioneer has helped me find, what I want to do as a career. So I've been working at the factory, or it's called Biotech now, for a while, and that's really helped me kind of propel myself into the job market and get the skills that I need to work an IT job. So I would say definitely working at Biotech here at Sacred Heart has really been really beneficial to me.
So being a pioneer, I think, has given me quite a few skills. Some of them being like communication, networking, and also this is not really a skill, but also just compassion for your, peers, classmates, stuff like that. I think that's really valuable.
feel as if at my time at Sacred Heart, there's been so many different building projects and expansion to the campus, and I feel like that's a great reflection for the students. You know, at Sacred Heart, at a college, you're getting that experience that's growing you to be the person you're supposed to be, and I feel like the expansion of new buildings, the way the campus is supposed to be at Sacred Heart really reflects of how we're supposed to grow as not only just a person, but community and career path.
Professor that has defined my SHU experience, my CIT professor sophomore year, Professor Fitzgerald was her name. She was the first professor that I had. She was the first professor I had personally that I would say really encouraged me to try what I was pursuing in terms of film and writing and everything like that. She was the one that was like, I like what you're doing, keep at it.
Along my journey at SHU, definitely the friends I've made along the way has like been the most impactful to me. And having such great friends on campus and around campus is just really nice. It's definitely been impactful for me.
The director of Club Esports as well as a club sports professor as well. I first met him through the esports capstone class, and that class itself was to create a esports tournament, LAN tournament, on our own. He would push us forward to get it done, but what we did specifically was on us. And I think that whole experience was very enlightening, which again also helped me get integrated to Sacred Heart. I felt a lot more comfortable that way.
I would really say that there's a majority of professors that have defined my experience at SHU. I wouldn't just put it down to a single one, because with the amount of one-on-one learning that I've had with a professor, you know, here at SHU it's all classrooms, it's not lecture halls. You really have the opportunity to have that FaceTime experience with a professor and really get to talk to them, get to know them, and they get to know you. I feel like they've been a great guidance throughout my career at SHU.
Okay, one tradition that I'll never forget at Sacred Heart will probably be going to hockey games, just because it's a super fun thing to do with your friends. You can watch our hockey team, and they're pretty good, and you know, the arena's really nice. You can get food, you can buy merch, you can hang out with your friends. So I would say going to hockey games is probably my favorite part.
Stuff a Bear quite literally brought everyone together on campus because, you know, everybody wanted a bear, and you know, you would pick out one that you wanted and you'd go stuff it wherever you wanted. You know, everybody would split off, go back to their dorms, hang out, and you know, build whatever bear they wanted. I'd say that was definitely big.
Most underrated event of all time on campus, the Sacred Heart Esports Showcase. Oh my God, every single year it is a blast. We always like sit there from like 9 a.m. to like 9 p.m. and it's like, we go there, we sometimes play, we most of the time lose, but we still have a great time.
A year earlier, the Martiri Center came to life in 2015, which gave our communicators and business leaders a home that looks like a high-tech studio in New York City. We've gone from one building in 1963 to over a ton today. We've grown from a few hundred local students to over 10,000 pioneers from all over the world. If the history is our foundation, these buildings are our future. You can feel the energy in places like Martiri Center. It's where great storytellers are born. And here at Bobby V's, you see the grit. It's about more than just state-of-the-art glass and steel. It's about giving students the tools to actually compete in the 21st century. Sacred Heart is more than just a pin on the map in Fairfield. It's a movement. It's a history that is still being written by the people who are walking in these halls every single day. It's the late night study sessions, the roar of the crowd at Martiri Arena, and the quiet moments of reflection in the chapel. We didn't just build a campus, we built a family. And as we're looking towards the future, we don't just carry a degree, we carry the spirit of the pioneer. Because here, the journey doesn't end at graduation. It's where your real impact on the world begins. This is Sacred Heart. This is a home.